Hello, my name is Ben, and I'm documenting a repair on a Amana freezer top refrigerator. This one would not cool down properly, and we went through a lot of the basic things that you'll find on YouTube videos to check, defroster, evaporator fan, different things like that. And what we ended up finding out is that the evaporator fan was not working on this unit. I've already done the repair and fix on this, but I want to go through what was really unique about this because I haven't seen any videos documenting this. This is the evaporator fan. It's already been swapped out for another reason, but what we were having an issue with on this unit was that it was not cooling down at all. The evap fan was not working at all. Took the evap fan out, swapped it with this unit, it would not turn on. We did a multimeter test on this unit only to find out that it wasn't getting enough electricity. This unit was only getting about 10 volts through the entire system, which is insufficient to actually power the evap fan. So we went through the rest of the system and tried to find out what was going on. On the thermostat here, I ended up taking it off, hot wiring it, to see if that would change anything, and it didn't do anything at all. We were still having the same issue. Going down to the refrigerator, we took off the panel to expose all the wiring with the defrost timer, the dampener system, and everything else. We tried a few solutions here and did not find anything to work. So I was pretty much ready to give up on this unit, and then there was one more suggestion that someone I know offered that ended up being a solution for this Amana. And again, the problem is that the evap fan was not getting sufficient electricity to it. We tested all the wiring up here and it was dead. Test it down here, like on the defrost timer, it was fine. It was getting 120 volts in and out. So there was something else going on with the issue. Different videos and forums were saying it was electrical, but at that point it's impossible to trace down. Now, this may be the solution for more than an Amana, and thus why I'm doing this video. Come around the back of it, there are two plates that hold in the wiring and circuitry on the back of this refrigerator. There's like 3 or 4 hex screws on it that you have to take off, and then it reveals the back of this refrigerator where the wiring is. Come to find out, this is where our issue was. If you start down at the very bottom, where it comes in at, you may see a little bit of corrosion, a little bit of different oils or fluids that have gotten on the wires. We traced it all the way up. There's some heat shrink here, and then all of a sudden up here, this is where it comes in with some styrofoam into the back of the refrigerator. Everything branches off of these connections, blue, white, and green. Through the whole system. I actually have the piece right here where we did this spade connector. This is what was in there originally. If you can't see it on the video, there is quite a bit of corrosion. This was heat shrinked on, so it was properly done by the manufacturer, but it looks terrible on the screen and in real life. What happened is there was a second blue branch on this, exactly like what you see here, that was totally corroded and it was barely hanging on, and it failed to supply the amount of electricity needed for the evap fan. So asked an electrician buddy what to do. We ended up putting 1 spade connector here on the bottom end, 2 on the top. It branches off. One side of this goes down into the defrost thermostat. One of these goes up into the evap fan. So we did this. I know it's still a work in progress. I got to use heat shrink tape or some sort of insulated electrical tape and plug this back in. But what happened is that as soon as we rewired that, we started getting a full 120 volts through the evaporator fan, and everything's fine. I ended up replacing the evaporator fan with kind of an older, cheaper model just to see if it would work, because I thought I don't want to put much money in this. So I put a $15 evap fan in and did the rewiring. Everything seems to be good with this unit. If you give me a second, I'm going to put a little fan on this and then turn it on just to show you that it is working. This is not the right fan for it. I got a few here. I actually run an appliance shop, so I have a few of these fans lying around. So if you say, oh, that's not the OEM fan, yeah, I know too. So we're gonna go down here, plug it in. We hear the compressor, and everything else in the unit was working fine. This is where we had a major issue, was everything sounded fine. So here you go. You got the evaporator fan. It's running really flipping well. I don't really have anything to show that the air's flow is amazing, but it was fine. Everything down here is on. All the lights are on. All the circuitry's fine. And everything down here is already fine. It's just that the evaporator fan wasn't getting any electricity. So again, if you have an Amana or maybe another Whirlpool type brand, check the wiring on the back and see if there's any sort of break or corrosion. And it's basically a 50-cent fix to save you from a $100 service call. So hope this works out for anybody. Enjoy the video.